Hello YouTube friends and welcome to my channel. In this video I would like to talk about the new land knife that I got in. So for those who don't know this brand, this is one of the older brands from China. So probably it is one of a OEM series of OEM manufacturers. They are known for making quite decent budget-oriented, so price-wise budget-oriented knives, like Sender and Mew and the B, the Enlan, and so on. So these old OEM manufacturers. So in the later years, so currently Land did produce a lot of different Sebenza inspired designs, and this one is their newest model, so the model 140. And what I was really interested in, this was not a, let's say, homage to a well-known brand or well-known design. So that is how I see the design. So maybe if it is somebody's design who was stolen, then please leave comments down below so that we all know, and I would like educate myself, of course. But when I firstly saw this drop, so I was really interested in, and yes, you might say this is another titanium knife, so everything standard by today's design. But what I would like to do in this video is obviously show you the first impressions or the unboxing, because this literally dropped at my post office. So I wanted to give you a fresh unboxing, so you can see what you can expect right from the package. Okay, so firstly there is a little bit of oil or some kind of lubrication residue on the handle, nothing major, probably dripped out from the pivot. So let me quickly wipe it down. So the detent is I would say on the lighter side. So definitely if you are touching the frame lock, then you will probably engage some problems with opening it. So keep that in mind, please, because the pocket clip is right in the middle. No, it rides a little bit on the frame side, not the lock side, which is good, but yeah, definitely it could use a little bit more attention to the titanium liner. But if you use more force for your push button opening, then so if you preload the button, that should be no problems. Okay, so let me give you the specifications right now. So we have a overall length of 23.2 centimeters, which is 9.1 inch. So this is a fairly nice and large knife. We have a blade length of 10 centimeters or 3.9 inches. The blade width is 3.3 centimeters or 1.3 inch. The blade thickness is 3.4 millimeters or 0.13 inches. The handle is 13.5 centimeters or 5.3 inches. And the handle thickness is 1.3 centimeters or 0.5 inches. So now let's look on the materials used on this one. So like I mentioned, this is by now an industry standard from China. Lots of brands are using it right now. So you have TC4 titanium alloy, stainless steel hardware, and on the blade we have VG10. So I was really surprised to see that they used this particular steel, because maybe you know, maybe you don't, but VG10 is a Japanese nice stainless steel, which is mostly used by Spyderco in their line. So all your Delicas and Enduras way back when they started a couple of years ago, they were only available in VG10, and now today you have also different other steel variants. So the finish on this one is just your standard belt satin finish. Like I mentioned, we have stainless steel, VG10 stainless steel, so this should be really good strain resistant. So for your EDC task, VG10 8 12C 28N Sandvik series is also a good one, which is used on lots of models from Tucson. And also, of course, D2 is by now standard, but D2 is not that stainless, so you have to keep it either moisture free or use some kind of corrosion inhibitor on it. So the blade has a really nice clip point profile. The knife fits really nice in large hand. Overall, I feel no sharp corners, so it is really nicely contoured. You have a land logo on one side and model number and the steel on the other side. We have polished up hardware. The pivot assembly also this rides on needle bearing washers, so something that was mostly used by Shirogoro, but now we see it also in these budget offerings from different manufacturers. So the operation you did see is really smooth. I would probably suggest drop a little bit of your favorite oil inside and see if the action is better or not. You might have to disassemble the knife and clean it out, because some maybe dirt or grime or shavings or anything could be possibly in the factory go inside the between the ball bearings and the knife, and it could be so developing this not that smooth action. But I don't see this problem on my one. The centering is really nice, perfectly centered. We have two standoffs, so really completely open construction. This is also good for EDC knife, because you can just clean it or blow it out any kind of dirt and maybe particles of fabric and so on. Okay, now let me show you the pocket profile. Okay, so this is how much it will stick out. They did go with a nice 3D milled pocket clip, just to keep the aesthetic of the knife. It is not so tight, so it will definitely not damage your fabric on your pocket. It has medium to tight tension, keep that in mind. It will be perfectly fine. We have a hardened steel insert which functions also as a oil travel stop, and the insides of the handles is nicely and skeletonized for weight reduction. So the weight comes in a nice 145.8 grams or 5.1 ounces. Okay, now let's continue with a few size comparisons, and also let me show you a few other designs that some other companies did produce through the year. So I picked up this TC5, which is one of the first Tucson knives that Tucson did made, which was a overbuilt full stainless steel knife. So I really like to show these progressions, how we got from this to this in a couple of years. Then fast forward a few years, we have the Tucson TS17, which is a much more refined knife, of course, much more intricate millings, really beautiful blade shape. So in my opinion, Tucson, I mentioned a couple of times in my previous videos, Tucson is one of those, in my opinion, premium knife manufacturers from China that do offer a high sort of ratio of value and function, because these knives are really not that expensive. They are mostly under $100 and will give you a really nice function for your money. Okay, so now let me show you a few other old knives that I have here on my table. So I took out a 710, which is one of the oldest Sender Muse I have. Here are the original packaging, of course. So this was one of those small Sebenza inspired knives, full stainless steel version of it. I have here also an example from Navy, which is also inspired by Sebenza, so Chris Sebenza. Navy is today known as brother knives, so they produce lots of really interesting, beautiful knives. So I strongly suggest go check out this brand, really high value for your money. Nowadays they are focusing more on modern traditional designs, but back in the days they did make lots of different inspired knives from Spyderco and Chris Reeve. I have here also one example from this is Enlan, the EL06. I don't know if this knife is still available. Probably you could get one, maybe on AliExpress or eBay, who knows. But back in the days, these were really inexpensive and really great, production-wise, materials-wise, for your money. I know these were around $2,700, $30. So yes, and mostly I will be talking about the pricing of the 140 that they did step up the pricing. But now let me show you a few other knives. So this is one of my oldest Gerbers I have, the Hinderer design torch. If you really like Hinderer designs and you want a Hinderer but don't have the money for it, then definitely check out. I don't know if these are still available. Maybe they have a newer version of it, but Gerber had a really nice collaboration and did produce around 3 knives from Rick Hinderer, so check them out. And then of course there is ZT. Okay, from Spyderco I have here a full stainless steel Delica. I brought also 2 CRKTs. So this is the Jettison, this is stainless steel Carter design, beautiful knife. So CRKT is well known for all their beautiful collaborations they have with well-known world-renowned knife makers. So if you are searching for a really nice knife but don't have the money or the budget to spend on a custom, then check out, maybe CRKT has a collaboration with that maker or something similar to that. Ikoma Carnifex, also collaboration with CRKT. So this comes fairly close to the size. Flavio Ikoma, he's a legendary knife maker. He invented the KVT ball bearing pivot system. From Tuya Knives, I have here a similar overall shape to it, the Bruiser. If you're looking for something lighter with micarta, then Tuya Knives has a few nice options out there. Okay, since I mentioned Shirogoro and their contribution to different ball bearing systems, here is my Model 95 Turtle, and these are almost the same size, but 10 times more expensive, of course. Okay, from Cold Steel I have here Recon 1. I really highly recommend this knife. If you are looking for one knife for most situation in your life and have around $100 to $120 around that, then you can look at Cold Steel. They have different blade variety, so configurations, but also they have option of a medium and also a small, and there is also a XL if you like a little bit larger than very large knife to have. So Cold Steel Recon 1. Okay, let's check out the sharpness. So out of the box, so the blade is nice and sharp, but I definitely feel a little bit of toothiness to it. So like I always recommend use of heavy stropping compound, and the blade will be scary sharp with it. Okay, now let me show you a few other standard knives that I have here lying around my table. Maybe you want to know, maybe you have this knife, so the perception is always good to have in comparison with something you know and did have in your hand. So this is the Red Model 1, it's Red Model 2. Benchmade Reptilian. Spyderco Endura. $940 from Benchmade. Kershaw Blur. Kershaw Leak. Peanut from Rough Rider. QSP Penguin, could be Aries, Kaiser Baglighter 2, and let's do one more, the Dozier, K-Bar Dozier Folding Hunter. Okay, so overall my first impressions are, I would say, good. You have all the nice details in place, so cutouts for your disengaging, better disengaging in the lock. You have a nice so finishing. It has a beautiful stone wash, dark stone, not dark but gray stone wash with a heavy accent. The price, we are looking at $89, but keep in mind that these are sometimes on sale, so right now they go for around $76 to $73. So if you like, you can check out also the description down below. I will try to put some links for your convenience, but anything that you should search for them on internet and maybe find a better price that is nearest to you. Okay, so with that being said, I would like to thank you for your time. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions, please leave comments down below. I'm more than happy to reply as soon as I can. If you're a subscriber, thank you very much. Big thumbs up to you. And if you're not a subscriber, then consider subscribing to not miss any future videos. I will thank you. Wish you a wonderful day. Stay safe and have a nice day. See you soon. Bye.